What's going on, guys? Visor here. We're back for another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to dribble. Apparently, a lot of people want to see this from me. I don't know why. In my opinion, I'm not the best dribbler you guys could be learning this from, but there are a lot of people coming to Zero Latch thanks to these quality of life updates and these, somewhat decently big updates and stuff. So yeah, I think why not? If you guys find this video helpful, be sure to like, comment down below, turn the notification bell so you guys know when I upload. Subscribe helps the channel. Guys, we're really close to 7K. Not really close, but like, we're almost already halfway there. So subbing will help the channel out immensely. And yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, there's the two different types of modes. There's header mode and a normal mode. Normal mode allows you to kind of snag the ball out the air, right? And header mode allows you to obviously do like these header dribbles and stuff, right? I'm gonna be showing and explaining how to do both of those, so don't worry. First, before we get into any of those, I'm gonna be explaining slide tech to y'all. So if y'all don't know what slide tech, it's basically where you kick the ball in front of you and you slide it again, but instead of just doing a normal slide, you want to kick in the middle of your slide. So kind of slide and kick at the same time. This is doable on controller for sure. I don't know if this is doable on mobile, but I know for sure this is doable on controller. But I want you guys to get used to this because this is something that you really want to get good at so you could actually build your flow faster. Didn't know, every time you pick up the ball you build flow. So you guys can go on your PS right now. I would show it, but I already have full flow. But yeah, you guys go on your PS right now. Every time you touch or you pick up the ball, you get flow. And when you're doing these combos, especially these like air combos that I'm about to explain and stuff, you build flow super fast, right? So first things first, normal mode, right? Normal mode. We're gonna do a basic combo, and then we're gonna show you how to make your basic combo more intermediate and a lot better for like mixing up your opponents and like obviously look better. So we have the basic, right? Kick, slide, side dash, kick, dash. That's basically your foundation. That's where you're gonna start building off, trying to do other stuff. Obviously there's a lot of other things that people do. They like to jump dash instead. Either way, as long as you're getting your dash out, it's fine, right? First steps to make your dribbling like a lot more better, so you're not just running around with the ball. Because if I didn't know, you walk faster without the ball than you do with the ball, which is something that should be in every blue light game, but in some games that's just not the case apparently. But we're not gonna talk about that. So first things first, you can start by kicking the ball up and picking it back up. Doing this, there's nothing wrong with doing this. This is actually pretty good. Obviously, if you're on controller, this is gonna get kind of difficult to constantly do because you can't really look down and see what's going on. But with practice, this will become natural to you, right? Then after doing this, you want to start jumping. When you jump, you get the ball a lot sooner out the air, and you could do stuff like this where you're constantly dribbling the ball in the air, which means you're constantly building flow. And you don't get like the movement penalty from like having the ball in your possession because you're in the air. You're not really walking, you're kicking the ball in the air. So yeah, this is super good, right? That's the first step, right? That's the first thing you could do to start making your dribbling a lot better, build your flow a lot faster. Yeah, right, I get the point. Next thing you can start doing is start kicking the ball up and then grabbing it out the air with one of your mobility tools. Whether that be jump slide, jump side dash, jump dash, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're picking up the ball after you jump and kick it in the air, right? So yeah, once you learn these are not hard to do. Once again, just legit look what I'm doing. If you look straight up, side dash, right? Side dash, jump into the ball. Look straight up, jump, slide. Look straight up, jump, dash. Simple. Now you could do some other things where like instead of you jumping into the ball with side dash, you could like kind of dash out the way and then kind of like move out the way and shit. Like this is a good way to like mix up your opponents, make them think you're going in one direction and then you kind of go the other direction. So for example, say if I'm like looking one way, boom, I'm in a different spot now, right? And then how it looks when you kind of put them all together, it kind of looks like this, right? You can start kind of going crazy with it. Right? But this is kind of how that looks, right? That's basically the bread and butter of it. Nothing too crazy. Just try to practice with it, right? And surely you guys will get the hang of this, right? Next, we're gonna be talking about header mode. Header mode is my preferred mode to like dribble in, because my personal opinion, I feel like it's just a lot safer. Some people might disagree with that, but I just personally like it for the fact that most people in 5v5 don't really know how to counterplay this at all. So yeah, but first things first, with header mode, right? To start it off, you have two ways you can start off. You start by looking up and then jumping, or doing a jump dribble where you jump and then at the end of the jump you want to dribble like that, right? That's your two starters right there. How to continue afterwards, you're going to jump and then slide again, right? Simple. Same thing with the normal version, right? Jump and then slide again. After that, you're gonna stand still and then jump again. So I call it like a stationary jump or a neutral jump, because you're not moving forward or anything, you're just jumping, right? And you can obviously do this with the other version as well, just like that. At the end, you can do a couple things. You can either side dash on the ground and grab the ball so you don't header it again. You can either dash forward on the ground so you don't header the ball again, because I don't know if you do 4 headers, you knock the ball kind of away from you. So it's best that you don't do 4 headers if you're not going to try to pass, or if you're not going to use that 4th header to get more space. So for example, say if I'm Shido, right? I could do something like that, right? So I could keep the ball in my possession and keep going forward. This is something I actually don't do a lot with Shido, which I really should start doing more, because it's super good. You seriously outpace people by just doing stuff like that, and you're constantly safe, because they can't really snag the ball out the air from you unless they're kind of like right on you, or unless they're like playing Nagi, Batra, you know, Don, IQ, you know, styles like that. Unless you're playing styles like that, they can't really do nothing to you. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much it for the header mode. Yes, header mode is a lot more simple than normal mode. It's just that when it comes to header mode, a lot of people don't really know how to like use it properly, and some people might find it more, you know, difficult than normal mode. I don't know how. I personally feel like it's just easier than normal mode. If you find this video helpful, be sure to like, comment down below, let me know, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.